It's karma season, baby. What's been going on in the land of cryptocurrency? Do you remember this story that came out? You're not even going to believe it. Okay, this gentleman, he types, anybody that's got issues with me, I invite you to come try and do something to me. My location is in the picture below. I'm in Orlando, Florida, and I smoke cigars at the Corona cigar shop every day, and my Rolls Royce parked out the front. Come and try me. Well, after he did that, he got robbed. He got robbed $2 million. So, yeah, man. Actually, after he did that, friends, they actually did come and rob him. I don't know why he did this, but look, I haven't posted in 6 days because I got robbed. Because a few days ago, after leaving my usual cigar shop spot and I headed to my parked new McLaren 720S, he says 4 armed men shoved me into a black SUV and then it sped off. With a gun to my head, they forced me to unlock my phone and open the Phantom app, where I had nearly $2 million in Soylana, not my main wallet. Here it is. Wow. He goes, he just got robbed. I'll call you back. I'm with the police. They drove me home with this in my number. He says, when I refused, the armed robbers, right? They pistol whipped me on the right side of my head and they threatened to kill me if I didn't open my phone in 5 seconds. I unlocked my phone and opened the Phantom app. One guy scanned an address from his phone and instantly sent all my money from my wallet to his. Oh my gosh. That's wild. So he invited people out here. Now, this is the thing, friends. What's most wild from this? We've got to play some angel music to show you this. This person, okay, he admits he was a rugger himself. He himself is a thief. Okay, so he says, he continues with this story. He goes, they drove me out to the edge of the city. They dumped me on the side of the road and then they took off. I had no phone, no wallet, no watch, just me. I'm bleeding. I'm stranded. $2 million gone. I had no way to call for help. I found the gas station and they called the police for me. I don't know how I'll recover from this, but I'm alive and that's the only reason I can try. Don't post your wins. Everything I worked for the last few months is nearly gone. They knew exactly what to target. Basically, my message is be careful out there. Now, this is karma season. Look what he says at the end. I want to end it with this. Every person I've ever rug pulled, the homeless man I took advantage of, the Uber rug, and especially all the cancer babies, this is my karma. I hope you're all happy. There's more to get. I've extracted millions from you guys and made you poor. This is karma. Now, baby dolls, after going through that, you got to ask yourself, is this story real? I went back and I've checked this Twitter account. It's now deleted. So when the story came out, it was very fitting because it played into our emotions. So I wanted to share it here with you because it was somebody who got robbed, invited trouble, and then says later on, I'm actually a rugger. And I'm like, wow, is this some sort of story they found God or something? And it turns out, no. That's kind of like this fan fiction that we have that where, oh, these bad people, they finally figure out that they're actually scum, but they're not. You see, the lessons, though, there are important lessons to learn from this. Crypto security and all of these as well. And I really want you to know, Vince, because these stories, they hit us because you get to see this phone, okay? You know this picture, 3.8 million. So I actually got Grok using AI. It's pretty cool. It searched all the internet. There was a robbery around that in the month of Marwai, and the person actually lost 4 million. Okay? $4 million. So, I mean, I've shared stories with you as well, friends. It happened to Tony, Journey Crypto, literally taken out in Las Vegas. Been all these kidnappings and everything out here. It's the common theme with all of these is this flashing of status. Crypto brands, especially in Soylana land, because they were basically the only city in all of these crypto networks where they had people actually making money, and there's a JPEG casino. It invites a lot of these, snake oil salesmen. Okay, so yeah, it's a tough game, isn't it? Everyone's trying to rob you. Everyone's trying to rug you. Everyone's trying to mug you. You have to be careful with your crypto security. You have to be careful with clicking any links. Please, friends, I've made videos here for you. Remember my friend Mr. Azazel and everyone else out here. We had Jono, had Azazel. The wrong click you lose everything. Please don't use crypto on your phone. You never know. You never know, man. There's all these software bug stuff. You learn about Pegasus. Man, it's wild. Don't keep your seed phrase on clouds. That's another thing to think about, friends. Please don't have a cloud where you have like this Apple iPhone cloud with your notes, and then you just have all your passwords or something there. That's another way that these scammers get in. So like when you look back, hopefully after we've pumped a lot, I want you to remember this karma season. I want you to remember all these stories we go through, because not everyone makes it to the end. There's like 1,000 ways to lose your money, man. Not only is there leverage trading, these fake DeFi pools, honeypots, tricksters, scamsters, fraudsters, hucksters. Man, and then we have to deal with, like, you know, for example, you see the Hex price chart that was down 99%, and I have me posting this funny meme, me watching the next Hex movie, which gets released after it hits $1. So you still dare to dream, even though you have all these stories and periods of pain that we've been going through with like the longest, worst freaking business PMI cycle since whenever, 45 years. So you can't forget, right? We can't mess it up. And remember, friends, I reported this to you during the week, like the Soylana LA Vape Cabal, they're still there. You have this dude, the deal with it guy. He comes out selling the coin, and then the insiders get in. They make these essays 5 minutes after the coin launches, writing an essay for people out here. Makes you think, man, do you even feel sorry for the people participating in them? Because it's totally greater fool stuff. It is, right? And then you even have, friends, remember I was posting about Jams Win. Jams Win's liquidation price out here. If you want to support the cause, buy Bitcoin right now. There's an agenda here. So, oh, man, thousands of ways to lose your money, man. But that's crypto, man. It's very, very volatile. And remember, altcoins, which is what everyone's here for, they're correlated to the business cycle. I told you all the time, so you know. So you got to understand, oh, am I doing the wrong thing? Should I be trading more or less? So you understand, man, what's the fundamental driving factor of all of these. Also, you got to be careful too. When we go up, things that don't have fundamental value or lasting potential, they're going to go up anyway. So you have to decipher this, you know. Are you dealing with people's emotions, or are you dealing because something's fundamentally strong? Right, but first thing, we're going to have to see the fundamentally strong thing kick off first and start the alt season. I haven't put these cute messages out here for you. My hope is that some friend sees this message and decides not to give up. That's what I do, friends. I've shown you so many times, highest value content in crypto. I go back in periods of time, the stock market, Great Depression, World War II. I look at all these periods of time and I just put on the daily candle, and in crypto, and I like live day by day. Right, and we just walk through slowly, and because like even in that period of time, you zoom on the daily candle, you're like, if I was to tell you, oh my gosh, things are going to get better and they're going to print money and whatever, and the business cycle is going to go up, you don't believe it because everything's just sinking in that moment, right? So even though we know things eventually do get better, it doesn't erase the pain of that day. And that's why we make these jokes and have fun, like nipples staying pegged, right? Stablecoin super cycle. As you've been seeing and confirming this thesis. That's why it's not a trading little narrative here, friends. That's why, like, you really want to be early to something before there's insiders. That's why, like we're showing you, stablecoin super cycle, USDT Tether minting, billions of dollars coming in, the Treasury Committee coming in. So people don't even know that these things are coming in the future. You just need one home run. That's how we make it. And it really is tough, yeah. All over Twitter. See, friends, a lot of people, yeah, there are a lot of scammers and grifters, whatever, but everybody's just trying to just win. Everyone's just trying to make their own way. But you can't all win when there's a certain limited number of dollars and there's not enough new money coming in. That's it. It's literally PvP. The only way we win, jams win, no pun intended, is long-term buyer mindset. People come in, they take the supply off the market, and then they hold. Institutional buying long-term. That's how everyone wins, because they are driving these things up over time. I try to post about this all the time. If you're in crypto, pivot to the highest value friendship. Press follow. Friendship. A lot of people, look, you're just trying to make sense of everything, right? And then what makes it even more tough is characters appear, they're smart, then they disappear, or one guy milks it. He's a leverage trader, he milks it, but you can't replicate his edge at all. Another guy says long-term holding, and then you find out, hey, are you an amazing long-term holder? And they go, yeah, and they'll show you like one coin they bought like, 7 years ago. They got into the Ethereum ICO, they made their first 8 million or something. So that makes it tough. You're like, oh, you can't even repeat your edge. Maybe we're on the same thing, man. Maybe we're on the first cycle unicorn where You know, people are going to look at us and say they can't repeat our edge either. But you're not going to know until the end. That's why we're waiting for euphoria. But yeah, you just got to be careful as well. The LA Vape Cabal teaming up with the Prostitute Cabal to launch a new grift token over and over and again. So I say this honestly as jokes, friends. I don't feel sorry for people paying for it now. You know what you're in for. Like you know what you're in for now. You know, like you got no one to blame but yourself, dude. Right? You know, you got no one to blame but yourself. Don't drink the water, by the way. Don't drink her drink. You know you're about to get, you know you're going to get mugged, man. You know they're going to spike you, your wallet and your kidney's going to be gone. You know by this point, man. You know. So I think it's very fair and clear for everyone out here. And yeah, that's why you speak to people in Soylana. Everybody's just greater full scum. Everyone's like, oh, you know, I'm not the stupid idiot. It's the person over here on the left. It's this scarcity, such a scarcity mindset, man. They're basically like, oh, nobody can win, so I've got to take the little breadcrumb for myself to cheat on top of everybody else. Well, guess what, man? You all lose. You all lose. Who do you lose to? Exactly. People who are playing the game better than you. Everybody in this picture is playing the game way better than that average pleb replying to stuff and buying these JPEG trash. And I even mentioned here, they are only enabled due to the large cohort of Soylana cuckolds who enjoy losing money and being demasculated. Okay? So look, it's funny. They're literally making a mockery out of you. Frank gets in at 25k market cap. Then Lexa tweets 2 minutes an essay launch. Then GG launches it on stream. You can't make it up. People keep playing, man. People keep playing. So remember, it's a game, it's a simulation, whatever you want to call it, okay? There's a lot of NPCs around. We are going to make it. We have to stay focused. Eyes on the prize. If you're going to deviate, friends, that's why I'm controversial, is I go, look, eyes on the prize. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, but look, remember this lesson. Just keep it in your head. You may deviate. You try something different from time to time. Use 1% risk. Max. Maximum. You've got a $20,000 portfolio. You're going to try something new. $200. That's it. $200. If you can turn that $200 into $2,000, okay. Start to increase your allocation towards it. No more than that. Whether it be leverage trading or DeFi, Ponzi farming or trading JPEGs or whatever. Start with 1%. You know, I think that's a better approach. It's a more helpful, realistic approach rather than just the abstinence path, right? The abstain from everything, never look at them, because you know what ends up happening, and people go too far deep the other end, okay? So we've gone through so much here for you today, friends. You've seen, you check your vices as well, okay? You stick to your circle of competence, okay? Security, big, important. Don't go around clicking on all these junk, okay? It is karma season, but, you know, cycle might be over before karma season really turns into effect, okay? You have all these people trying to scam you in cryptocurrency land. Don't worry about all these fools who are greater fools, okay? We're focusing on our own game. We're going to make it. Press like, press subscribe, press the belly button, and then press all. Catch you soon.